Brackett at the tender age of 62 picked up his first pass win here last year. Looking for another big win on his resume. First lap for Tim Brackett, 15.594 seconds on lap number 1. Picks it up on lap 2, 15.370, 15.370 for Tim Brackett. Next on the speedway, car number 12 from right here in Oxford, Maine, the Spencer Group paving machine. That is Dennis Spencer Jr. now on the track for his qualifying laps. Dennis Spencer had been chasing the Pro All-Star Series North Tour full-time in recent years. This year decided to cut back his efforts, focus on Oxford Plains Speedway and some of the big events. His first lap, 15.380 seconds, 15.380 for Dennis Spencer Jr. Let's see if he has any more on lap number 2. And he does, 15.190 seconds for Dennis Spencer Jr., your new provisional pole sitter. Next up, one of several number 12s in the field today. Literally decided yesterday to run this event. That is Corey Bubar in car number 12. Corey Bubar, the many-time winner around the region. Like we said, he literally just decided yesterday to run this race, coming to you out of Windham, Maine. The first lap for Corey Bubar, 15.198 seconds, 15.198. And his second lap, 15.172. New provisional pole sitter is Corey Bubar. This man, though, will be tough to beat. The 8-time and defending Pro All-Star Series champion out of Center Conway, New Hampshire, the Bar Harbor Bank and Trust. Car number 60, DJ Shaw, is now on the clock. DJ Shaw, owner of more than 30 Pro All-Star Series sanctioned wins and 8 championships. And on his first lap, he is second fastest, 15.187 seconds for DJ Shaw. Can he find a little more on lap number 2? Yes, he can. 15.081 seconds. DJ Shaw, now the man to beat. Next up on the track out of Hudson, New Hampshire, the LCM Motorsports 12G, the multi-time past national champion, Derek Griffith, is ready to do some work. Derek Griffith had to miss the event at Star Speedway because of some recurring health issues, but feeling good today. Saw him earlier in his All-American Star-Spangled Sun hat in the pit area. It looks like it's brought him some speed as well. The first lap, 15.155 seconds. Second fast for Derek Griffith on lap 1. Getting the checkered flag. New provisional pole sitter, 15.071 seconds for the 12G of Derek Griffith. Now it is the king, the Mike Rowe and Sons Trucking, car number 24 out of Turner, Maine, picked up his 154th career victory at Oxford Plains Speedway on opening night 2 weeks ago. It's Mike Rowe in car number 24. Gets the white flag on his first lap, 15.210 seconds. Fifth fast for Mike Rowe on his first lap. Let's see if he has any more on lap number 2. He does. 15.116 seconds. goes to third fastest on the board early in super late model time trials. Following him on the track, multi-time champion here at Oxford Plains Speedway and the Beach Ridge Motor Speedway, car number 23. Out of Sabatus, Maine, the Stanley excavation machine, that is Dave Farrington Jr. Dave Farrington Jr. out of Sabatus, Maine, looking to lock himself a top time here in the past super late models. First lap, 6 fast at 15.208 seconds. 15.208 seconds for Dave Farrington Jr. Most of them have been picking it up on lap 2, and Dave Farrington does a bit as well, 15.172. That ties him for fourth fast. Now, if there is a tie for a lap time, whoever had the fastest other lap gets the tiebreaker on that spot. Farrington tied with Corey Bubar for fourth fastest. Now on the track, the 153, the Coldbrook Trailers Stearns and Daughters machine out of Auburn, Maine. Travis Stearns on the track. Had a mechanical failure in the season opener. Looking to bounce back here today. Lap number 1. 15.122 seconds. Fourth fast for Travis Stearns on lap number 1. Does he have any more on lap number 2? He does. New provisional pole sitter. 15.039 seconds for Travis Stearns. Next up, all the way from Halifax, Nova Scotia, the R.S. Dean Holdings, car number 99. That is Craig Swan-White, now on the speedway. Craig Swan-White, he's won 3 straight championships on the East Coast International Pro Stock Tour from 2021 to 2023. His first lap here, a 15.291 seconds. Eighth fast, for Craig Swan-White on lap 1. Lap number 2, a 15.244 for Craig Swan-White, but still 8th fast on the board. Now for the youngster, a weekly competitor in car number 38 out of Windham, Maine, the Libby Septic Machine. Garrett Lamb is now on the speedway. Had some trouble here in the first couple events of the season at Oxford, trying to get that car back to where it was. Had a great run for most of the Oxford 250 last year, ran in the top 10 most of the event. First lap, 15.441 seconds for Garrett Lamb. That is 10th fast as they run. Trying to gain some more speed on that second lap. He does get more at a 15.370, but that is still 9th fast for Garrett Lamb, 15.263 for Garrett Lamb. Now for car number 61. Finally back together physically and car-wise after a vicious wreck last August here at the Oxford Plains Speedway. Car number 61, the night flooring machine, that is TJ Brackett doing some work. TJ Brackett gets the white flag. His first lap, a 15.547, 11th fast for TJ Brackett. Anyone who was here last August remembers the opening lap of that Pro All-Star Series event where he got airborne off of turn 4 and plowed the wall head on, but he is feeling much better now. A 15.375 on his second lap for TJ Brackett, still 11th fast. Now it's car number 32 out of Norwich, Connecticut, the 32 signs machine for Tom Abley Jr. Has been running weekly here at Oxford this season under the tutelage of Max Cookson, the multi-time track champion. I talked to Tom earlier, and he says the car is way better, and now it's the driver who has to do some catching up to the car. first lap for Abley, 8th fast, a 15.190 seconds. That's actually a tie for 7th with Dennis Spencer for 7th fast. See if he can break the tie on lap number 2. Does it, and then some. Second fast for Tom Abley Jr., 15.062. Now on track, the winningest driver in Pro All-Star Series history and a 10-time champion out of Turner, Maine, the Mike Rowe and Sons Trucking, number 5 for Ben Rowe on the track. This is a new distance racing car. The first time Ben Rowe sat in this car was yesterday, getting ready for the Memorial Day Clash practice session. Gets his feet under him on lap 1. He is 11th fast with a 15.275 seconds. 15.275 for Ben Rowe. See if he can find a little bit more in this machine on lap number 2. A slightly slower on lap 2 for Ben Rowe, 15.281, so the 15.275 of his first lap will be his lap of record, puts him 11th fastest on the board. Now, in car number 11 out of East Wales, Maine, the Wanable and Sons machine, his second time in a super late model. This is Cam Childs on the speedway. Cam Childs, that Nadeau's machine, ran opening day at Oxford and now is here for the Memorial Day Clash 200. He's running double duty as well with the Mad Bombers as well. His first lap, 15.477 seconds, 14th fast for Cam Childs, and slower on his second lap, 15.574, so the 15.477 will be the lap of record for Cam Childs in just his second time in a super late model. Now on track, back together after a hard crash Saturday night in Oxford Championship Series weekly racing. The Cushman competition, number 29 out of Gray, Maine, Austin Terrace on the speedway. Austin Terrace was the winner of the open competition $10,000 to win event last year as part of Oxford 250 weekend, and his first lap on the speedway, 9th fastest, 15.202 seconds, 15.202 for Austin Terrace. Finds a little more on lap number 2, 6th fast at a 15.124. They got the Cushman competition machine back together. He sits 6th on the time trial board. Now on the speedway, car number 01, another weekly competitor out of Windsor, Maine, the HF Motorsports machine. That is Stephen Chacoin on the speedway. Stephen Chacoin, longtime competitor, resurfaced towards the end of last season, had a standout run at the past 400. Now looking to get it done here at the inaugural Memorial Day Clash. His first lap, 15.400 seconds. That puts him 15th fastest on the board. Second lap is faster, 15.283 seconds, 15.283, 13th fast for Stephen Chacoin. Next on the speedway, the Richard Moody and Sons Construction, car number 44, your reigning Oxford Plains Speedway champion, Trevor Sandborn, in the 44 machine on the speedway. Sandborn also picked up his second icebreaker win at the Thompson Speedway earlier this year to start the Pass North Championship chase. Gets the checkered flag on lap number 1. The white flag, I should say. And some problems on lap number 2 for Trevor Sandborn as he comes slowly at the line. We've actually received word transponder is not working on the 44 machine. So they are going to have to try and get that fixed and hopefully get a lap for him at the end of the event. when you're doing electronic timing and scoring, you need the transponder to work, and it was working in practice, but currently misfiring on the 44 machine. That is a tough break. Now on the track, two-time Oxford 250 champion out of Rowley, Massachusetts, the Lemieux Builders Grimm Construction Machine for the Outlaw, Eddie McDonald, now on the speedway. Eddie McDonald hitting the rev limiter at the end of the front straightaway. His first lap, 15.586 seconds. 15.586 for Eddie McDonald. Hitting the chip again on lap number 2. Excuse me, I got ahead of myself. That 15.586 was his warm-up lap. 15.306 on lap 1 and a 15.285 on lap 2. That puts Eddie McDonald 14th fastest. 14th fast for Eddie McDonald. Got a little ahead of myself there, and Eddie McDonald made sure to let me know by picking his speed up. And now, one of only 2 members of the 50 Winners Club in the Pro All-Star Series, the ClarkScrapMetals.com, number 54 out of Hallowell, Maine, Johnny Clark, ready to go to work. First lap for Johnny Clark, 10th fast at 15.201 seconds. 15.201 for Johnny Clark. Improves on the second lap, 15.126, 7th fast for Johnny Clark in car number 54. Now on the track, the Roosevelt Self-Storage, car number 29R out of Windham, Maine, the youngster Cole Roby. Ready to lay some laps down in that machine. Cole Roby made his super late model debut towards the end of the 2024 season. His first lap, 15.244 seconds. That is 12th fast for Cole Roby on lap number 1. Getting everything he can out of it off of turn 4, second lap, 11th fast, 15.244 again, tying with Craig Slonwhite. So basically the same lap on 1 and 2 for Cole Roby. If nothing else, he is consistent. Now on the track, 2-time NASCAR Cup Series champion and former winner of the Oxford 250 out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Kyle Rowdy Busch on the speedway. Driving for Gabe Brown Motorsports, the Firm Foundation machine. Kyle Busch has more familiarity with this qualifying format than basically any other driver combined in the pits. First lap, 15.124 seconds. That is tied for 6th fast on lap number 1. Here he comes for lap number 2. Second fast for Kyle Busch, 15.043 for the 51 machine. Now second on the scoreboard. Now on the track, the outstanding 15-year-old out of Warren, Maine, the Mainly Concrete Pumping Incorporated machine for Silas Ripley. Silas Ripley, 3rd place in the past 400 last October, 4th place in last year's Oxford 250 just days after he turned 15. Carrying the torch for the Ripley family on lap number 1. 12th fast at a 15.197 seconds, 15.197 for Silas Ripley on lap 1. Moves up to 7th fast on lap 2, 15.122 seconds for the 09 of Silas Ripley. And we are now taking a quick break here to send the 44 of Trevor Sandborn back to the pits to get a working transponder on that 44 machine. They can get that sorted. They'll have him come back out at the end of the time trial order to lay down his official laps. Now on the track, the 73D won the inaugural Celebration of America 300 last year, won the Past 400, won the St. Patrick's Day 150 at Hickory earlier this year. Out of Berwick, Maine, the Norm's used car machine for Joey Dwire, now on the Speedway. Over the past calendar year, Joey Dwire and this Pettit Motorsports team has really hit their stride. Most recent winner on the past series, picking it up at the Stars Speedway a couple of weeks ago. And his first lap is sixth fast, 15.089 seconds for Joey Dwire. Let's see if Dwire can make a move on the front row for lap 2. Yes, he can. 15.022 seconds. New pole sitter, 73D of Joey Dwire. Dwire takes the provisional pole, knocks Travis Stearns back to the second spot. Kyle Busch, Tom Abley Jr., and Derek Griffith, your top 5 in time trials as they run now on the track. One of the men putting on this event with Nealon Hopkins Promotions, car number 90 out of Naples, Maine, the SOS Towing Pine State Dump Runners machine for Derek Nealon on the track. Derek Nealon, he's the spotter for Kyle Busch in the NASCAR Cup Series, and this year he's been the spotter for Brenden Queen in the ARCA Menard Series, among many others. Gets the checkered flag on his lap. His fast lap is a 15.161. That puts him 11th on the board for car number 90, a 15.161. Next up, former past champion, won the championship in 2022 out of East Bridgewater, Massachusetts, the Everett's Auto Parts, car number 72 for Ryan Kuhn on the Speedway. Ryan Kuhn taking it race by race this season in the 72. Gets the white flag on lap number 1, 15th fast at a 15.238. 15.238 for Ryan Kuhn. Second lap is faster, 11th quick at a 15.161. That ties him for 11th fast with a 90 of Derek Nealon. Ryan Kuhn goes to a tie for 11th on the scoreboard. Next up, car number 63 out of Nashua, New Hampshire, the Ralph Abruzzese Racing machine, Kyle Salemi in car number 63. Kyle Salemi, the weekly competitor here at Oxford, was feeling good earlier today about how that 63 car was handling. Finished 7th in the points here last year, so you know he can get it done at this track. First lap, 15.321. 22nd fastest for Kyle Salemi. We'll see if he has some more in the tank in lap number 2. Yes, he does. 15.224. That moves Salemi up to 16th on your qualifying board. With 25 cars on the track, the 26th car on the track. Two-time winner in the ARCA Menards Series this season, car number 03, the SOS Towing Machine out of Chesapeake, Virginia. Brenden Butterbean Queen is now on the clock. This is Brenden Queen's first time in a super late model, his first time at Oxford Speedway. His first lap is a 15.464. 15.464 for Brenden Queen. Trying to find a few tenths here on lap number 2. Does find a little more, 15.365, excuse me. 15.365 seconds for Brenden Queen. That puts him 23rd on your qualifying board. Next up, the black number 5 out of Swanville, Maine, the Wellman paving machine. That is Troy Patterson ready to go to work. Patterson, a part-time competitor. We've been seeing more and more of him, though, here. Went down to Hickory Motor Speedway for the Easter Bunny and St. Patrick's Day 150s. Crossed that track off his bucket list. And now here at the Memorial Day Clash, his first lap, 15.389. 15.389 for Troy Patterson. Second lap is faster, 15.299 for Troy Patterson. That puts him 23rd. Says a lot about how close this field is, that there is less than 0.3 of a second between your current pole sitter, Joey Dwire, and your 23rd place car of Troy Patterson. Some very close times here at Oxford. Next on the track from Busch, New York, the Studio 1187, number 18 for Mike Scorzelli, a many-time late model winner at the Thompson Speedway in Connecticut. His first lap, a 15.775, not the lap Mike Scorzelli was looking for. We'll see if this Jerry Babb crew chief number 18 can find any more on lap number 2. He does with a 15.435. 15.435 for Mike Scorzelli puts him 27th. 6 more cars to take time on the track now. The 12V for the current Rookie of the Year leader on the Pass North, the Henry's Concrete Machine out of Otisfield, Maine. That is Brenden Varney on Speedway. Brenden Varney, a former Pass Modified champion, former finalist for the Kowicki Driver Development Program, completes lap number 1. 15.198, 16th fast for Brenden Varney on his first circuit. Runs and guns to the checkered flag. Second lap is faster, 15.141. That moves Brenden Varney up to 11th on the pylon. Now on the track, car number 21 out of Notre-Dame-des-Pins, Quebec. This is the Gestion Wall Electrique machine for the former ACT winner, Alexander Fireball Tardif, the 21 Quebec. Alexander Tardif, his first year with the Super Late Models, competed Saturday night here to get some laps, and now getting some more here at the Memorial Day Clash. Gets the white flag. His first lap, 12th fast at a 15.151. 15.151 on the first lap. Picks it up on the second lap, 15.078. That puts Fireball Tardif 6th fast out of the cars that have trialed. A strong effort for the Fireball. Next up on the track, out of Scarborough, Maine, the Norms Used Cars, number 94 for the multi-time Pro All-Star Series winner, Garrett Hall, ready to go to work. Garrett Hall had one of the drives of the race in last year's inaugural Celebration of America 300. Started last, drove his way all the way up to the lead before eventually finishing 7th in that one. Looking to start a little closer to the front this time around. His first lap, 18th fast at a 15.201 seconds. Moves up to 9th on his second lap, 15.118 seconds for Garrett Hall. Now on the track, the CorvetteParts.net, car number 32 out of Westbrook, Maine. Brandon Barker now on the speedway in the Archie St. Hilaire Go Fast Motorsports machine. Brandon Barker has won in super late models, but not on the pass circuit, trying to change that tonight. Here at Oxford Plains Speedway, gets the white flag in car number 32. 13th fast on lap 1, a 15.129, a sizzling first lap for Brenden Barker. Let's see if he can find more on lap number 2, and he does. Second fast for Brenden Barker, 15.030 seconds. New outside pole sitter, Brenden Barker. We're winding it down here, just 2 cars left. The 33rd car to take time is the R&R Race Parts New Hampshire 00 for Candy, New Hampshire's Jimmy Renfruit Jr. Winner on the Cars Pro Late Model Tour last season, multi-time ACT winner. Now looking to add pass winner to that list. Here he comes to get the white flag for his first qualifying lap. 20th fast at a 15.192. 15.192 on his first lap for Jimmy Renfrew. And his second lap is faster, 14 fast at 15.133, 15.133. And now Trevor Sandborn, with hopefully a working transponder, is going to get 1 lap here. 1 lap to see what he can do. The reigning Oxford Plains Speedway champion. Last driver who cannot potentially knock Joey Dwiren off the top spot. Here he comes. And that is not the lap Trevor Sandborn was looking for. 15.378 seconds, 32nd fast for Trevor Sandborn. He is going to have a lot of road to hoe in the main event tonight. That concludes qualifying for the Pro All-Star Series Super Late Models. Joey Dwiren sets the fast time at a 15.022 seconds. Brenden Barker, your outside pole sitter, at a 15.030. Travis Stearns, third fast at 15.039. Kyle Busch, fourth fast at a 15.043. And Tom Abley Jr., a surprise in the top 5 at 15.062. Rounding out your top 10, the 12G of Derek Griffith, 21 Quebec, Fireball Tardif, DJ Shaw in the 60, the 24 of Mike Rowe, and the 94 of Garrett Hall. Time trials complete for the Memorial Day Clash. We're going to head now down trackside where we will meet your top 2 qualifiers for both the Pass Super Late Models and the Kennebec Equipment Rental Pass Modifieds. We'll start with the Kennebec Equipment Rental Pass Modified. Let's get our top 2 down here. Let's start with our outside pole sitter for the Kennebec Equipment Rental Pass Modifieds. Kyle Hewins, car number 21, gets himself a $200 bonus from the folks at Neal and Clean and a very nice plaque. Show that off, Kyle. Get a couple of photos here. Kyle, you are off to a strong start in this Delano Motorsports 21. 3 races, including Hickory, and 3 podium finishes. You got to be feeling good about how you're starting tonight.
Yeah, definitely feel good about it. Heat races haven't gone good for me, so I've been mired in the pack for the start of the race, and never done time trial before, so didn't really know what to do. I think I might have used them up a little too much when I scuffed in practice, but it was fun.
Who do you got to thank?
I just got to thank the Delanos and Port City Race Cars, Eric Tatro. He's the one in my ear all the time telling me what I need to do right when I'm doing it wrong, so thanks to them guys.
Let him hear, folks. Kyle Hewins, your outside pole sitter in the Kennebec Equipment Rental Pass Mods. Going to get a photo here with Derek Nealand, co-promoter of this event. A $200 bonus from the folks at Nealand Clean with a K. And now let's get your pole sitter a $300 bonus in the Pass Modifieds out of Tamworth, New Hampshire. Jeremy Davis, car number 17. Jeremy, we don't see it that often in the Pass Modifieds, but you're fast when you are, and you showed it so far.
Yeah, I build a lot of them, and I don't get to race them very much. I really like running my super, but trying to make the business better and trying some new stuff, and definitely seemed to work today.
Who do you got to thank?
I got to thank my whole family. I'm driving a car that my grandfather owned, and I built for him. And he died 2 years ago, so it's in his color and his number and everything. And I want to thank Mason and Tasha and Cooper, my mom and dad.
Your pole sitter for the Kennebec Equipment Rental Pass Modifieds, Jeremy Davis, the 17 out of Tamworth, New Hampshire. A $300 bonus. They'll be racing for $2,000 to win tonight, plus a whole lot of other bonuses and prizes. A big event for Kennebec Equipment Rental Pass Mods. Now your outside pole sitter for the Pass Super Late Models picks up a $250 bonus and a very nice plaque from the 207 brand. Brenden Barker, car number 32. Brenden, certainly a hot start to the night, but there's still a long way to go, isn't there?
Yeah, that's for sure. That lap really surprised me, but thanks to everybody working hard out back, and hopefully we got 200 laps we can stay up there.
Any thoughts on what it's going to take to win tonight?
Probably to beat this guy right here. So hopefully we can do that.
Brenden Barker, the Go Fast Racing CorvetteParts.net machine, your outside pole sitter for the inaugural Memorial Day Clash. And now he'll get a photo with the folks from 207 brand who put up the $250 outside pole bonus. And now, what a surprise, right? Joey Dwire in your pole sitter for the Pro All-Star Series Super Late Models of 15.022 seconds and a $500 bonus. Joey Dwire is our most recent Pro All-Star Series winner, and you got yourself a great start towards another one tonight.
Yeah, it's 200 laps, so we'll see how it goes. Tire change, throws a little wrinkle in. Seems like any tire change race, it's the same guys you got to race. So probably be the same cast of characters up front, and we'll see what happens at the end of 200.
Who do you got to thank?
Peter Pettit for putting me in this car. Dale Shaw Race Cars. This is the second race that we've had with this car, and it's been unreal. So the Mayberries and Derek Nealand and everybody, Mike Hopkins and all of them for putting on the race.
Joey Dwire out of Berwick, Maine, your pole sitter for the inaugural Memorial Day Clash 200. Get a photo with the folks from 207 brand, the $500 bonus. In just a moment, we'll have a pair of 10-lap heat races for the Green Lawn Solutions Mad Bombers to set the lineup for their 50-lap, $1,000 to win event, and then we'll get right into feature action with the Kennebec Equipment Rental Pass Modified. So don't go anywhere. We've got a whole lot more to come here at Oxford.
Hi, I'm Carson Ostovar, and you're watching Racing America.
The My Race Pass app is your motorsports headquarters on race night. With over 800 organizations across multiple forms of motorsports,